This is especially needs to be reiterated to people of the subcontinent, although KTC members don't need any such reminders. But again, so with this, we are live on YouTube, and I hand over the charge now to our president, Toastmaster Wase Ahmed.
Okay, I just need one more clarification
Yeah.
that when we are talking about politics, then to what extent we are talking about politics? Because again, we are celebrating the Independence Day of a country, which itself is a political thing. So, when we are talking about politics, then what extent of politics?
Well, I think we can always talk about historical facts and things that are part of common knowledge that are not subject to debate, right? For example, Pakistan was founded on August 14, 1947. Yes, it's a political statement, but not a controversial statement, right? So you get the idea,
Right.
right? Let's avoid opinions, personal opinions and biases, and other than that, I think that also goes for religion and sex as well. So yeah.
It's
Thank
going to be
you.
very difficult to talk if we avoid all those things that you mentioned.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's why we just wanted clarification, right? So now we just know that we have to stick only to the facts, right? Only to things
Just the
that are
facts, man.
non-negotiable.
Yes, thanks.
Okay. Okay. Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Karachi Toastmasters 1210th meeting. Toastmaster International Organization is a 100-year-old organization that spreads over 140 countries with over 14,800 clubs, and with the last, according to the last census, Toastmasters International had over 5.5 million members. Today, yeah,
Actually, sorry, Toastmaster Vase, can I interrupt for a second? Uh,
sure.
Actually, that 5.5 million figure was a sarcastic remark on my part. I'm so sorry that you took it as fact. The fact is
Yeah, okay.
that 10 years ago, there were 320,000 members, and now there are 250,000 members. Make of that what you will, but that is a fact. So, and that's not a political statement. Apologies for that.
Okay, so we can move it to 0.25 million members. Drastic change, but a shift of decimals. Okay, now everybody, today, as we all know, we are celebrating the Independence Day of our country today, of Pakistan, to be very clear about it. So it's, and as I can already see, we don't have any guests in the panel. Anybody? Yeah, we have no guest today. So I give the charge to very, okay, we have a guest today. Toastmaster Babar Khan, would you like to introduce yourself to the other members of KTC?
Okay, hello everyone. Yeah, this is me, Babar Khan. I am a new Toastmaster. Like I've joined 2 months before, and I'm the part of a Contour Lahore Toastmaster. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Toastmaster Baba Khan. Hope you enjoy our meeting today. Let's
Thank you.
move towards let's move to our TMOD today. Our TMOD needs no introduction. She is very energetic, very active member of the club. Today I'm expecting a lot of poetic verses from her in the meeting. I know she had already written a number of them, maybe scores of them. So, not wasting any more time, over to you, Toastmaster Salam Ahmed.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. Good evening, Toastmasters. and the entire KTC family. Wishing you all a very happy Independence Day. Today, 14th August, it is a day of pride, remembrance, and celebration for every Pakistani. I would like to quote Quaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah's one famous quote: "There is no power on earth can undo Pakistan." Absolutely, yes. These powerful words remind us that Pakistan is not just a country, it is a dream, an identity, and a nation built through determination, sacrifice, and unity. And that brings us to our theme of today as well: I or we. Throughout our lives, we use I a lot. I want to succeed. I want to grow. I want to achieve my goal. I want to be happy. And there is nothing wrong with that. With that I. Every journey begins with an individual. We have to take responsibilities for our choices, our growth, and our lives. But can we achieve everything all alone? That is where we comes in. We means our family, our friends, our colleagues, our community, and most importantly, our nation. Pakistan independence was not the achievement of one individual. It was the result of a shared dream, unity, struggle, and sacrifice. Allama Muhammad Iqbal beautifully said, "फर्ज कायम रखते मिल्लत से है तन्हा कुछ नहीं." फर्ज कायम रखते मिल्लत से है तन्हा कुछ नहीं. मौज है दरिया में बैरून दरिया कुछ नहीं. That is what, the powerful message by Allama Iqbal on we can resonate on this Independence Day. An individual becomes stronger through connection with the nation. Alone we may be limited. Together we become a powerful force. At Toastmasters, we experience this as well. One person may stand at the podium, but behind every speaker is a supportive audience, an evaluator, a mentor, and a club that grows us and help us to at any circumstances in any obstacles. One person speaks, but we all learn. So today we have a wonderful meeting planned with three main segments: prepared speeches, table topics, and our journal evaluator. So first, let's begin our meeting with the promise that together we stand and divided we fall. So let's begin our meeting, and let me introduce with with the role holders for today. Mr. President, do we have any grammarian today?
We don't have one, but anyone can volunteer.
Okay, so let me ask the timer to please come and share your role. Timer, Toastmaster DTM.
Thank you. So, as the timer, my role will be to show timing cards during the meeting. Um, I will be showing a green card when the minimum time of a segment is completed. I will be showing a yellow card at an intermediate time, and I'll be showing a red card uh, when the maximum time for a segment is completed. So, for prepared speeches, it will be 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and 7 minutes. For table topics, it will be one, 1.5, and two. And for evaluations, it will be two, 2.5, and three. We also have a panel discussion today, and the time for that is, I believe, it is a 35-minute session. Toastmaster Siddha, if I'm correct.
Yes, yes, 30
Yeah.
to 35 minutes.
30 to 35. So it will be 30 minutes, 32 and a half, and 35 minutes. Uh, Whenever you see the red light, red background, that means that you have about 30 seconds to wind up your presentation. And if you fail to do that, you will be disqualified from being voted upon for the segment. So over to you.
Thank you so much. And fortunately, or you are the vote counter as well. So, DTM Talabin Ahmed.
Please go ahead and say, unfortunately, which you stopped saying, which he did not say.
Okay, so listener, so please welcome
No, no,
our listener. Sorry,
uh,
Toastmaster.
so, sorry.
Did you?
Uh, you asked me to explain the role of the vote counter, right?
Yes, please do that.
So, at four different times during the meeting, you'll be asked to vote for the best prepared speaker, best topic speaker, best speaker, and best before. And today, fortunately, we are Zoom only, so that means Zoom poll will be used. But if Zoom poll somehow does not work, then of course Google Sheet Google poll will be used. As the vote counter myself, I cannot vote, but only if there's a tie, I can use it to break the tie. So that's my role.
Thank
Over
you
to you,
so much.
Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, DTM Talha bin Hamid, for sharing us the detail about the vote counter and for the timer as well. And now, please put your hands together and welcome Toastmaster Hiba Raise Khan for the role of a listener.
Hello, Toastmasters and guests. As the listener, I would be making note of all the interesting words and phrases spoken by the speaker during the prepared speech session and the table topic session. And at the end of the session, I would be highlighting who spoke what without naming the person, and the audience will have to guess it.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hiba, for sharing the role of the listener today. So, do we have a joke master today?
Yes, that's me. But could you give me a few minutes? I have to search for a few good jokes.
Okay. What do you say, Mr. President? Can we give her the freedom
Yeah,
to
sure,
search
sure,
some jokes? Okay.
sure.
Meanwhile, I can share one. As we are talking about the responsibilities and we are talking about the unity and all those the rules and regulations. So there was a man who was driving and there was a signal. So he did not stop at the signal of the red light. So the constable followed and, he stopped him and he said, "Are you blind? Didn't you see the red light was on and you didn't stop?" So what did he reply? He said, "I saw the red light, but I did not see you." So that was a joke. I hope you guys have understood and we guys do it. But now, thanks to cameras, we have to stop. So, Heba, are you there?
Okay. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, it's a 5 minute walk from my house to the bar. It's a 5 minute walk from my house to the bar, but a 45-minute walk from the bar to my house. The difference is staggering. Over to you, Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Heba. Always find out the way to smile, and because it doesn't need any kind of a prescription, it's the best medicine. So keep on smiling. So let's begin our meeting with this smiley note that we will keep on smiling. So please put your hands together and welcome our first speaker. Before welcoming our first speaker, please welcome the evaluator of our first speaker. I know the name of the
I think
evaluator.
first we have the panel discussion.
We have the panel discussion first?
Yeah, as per the agenda, yeah.
Yes. Okay, so please put your hands together for our amazing, extraordinary panel discussion. And for that, our moderator is Toastmaster Muhammad Azhar. And the panelists are our esteemed panelists are DTM Sarfraz Nazir, Toastmaster Zaid Dodi, Toastmaster Kareem Meghani, Toastmaster Wasi Ahmed. On this special day, we would like to have this discussion And before starting the discussion, I would like to share one beautiful share, which is, I am recalling it. खुशी ये कि I mean, I'm just forgetting right now. Okay, so let's begin our panel discussion right now. Okay, so please, our moderator, Muhammad Asghar, is there.
Yes.
A very warm welcome to you, sir. So please,
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for calling me amazing and extraordinary. I think you wanted to mention me rather than the discussion. You erroneously called the discussion will be amazing and extraordinary. In fact, you
yes, yes,
wanted to say that
you are
I'm
absolutely
amazing and
right.
extraordinary.
Yes, you are
Anyway, thank you
absolutely
very
right.
much. Thank you very much. Thank you and welcome to all in this panel discussion. I will try to make this discussion as serious as possible and as political as possible, but I want to go straight to the DTM Sarfaraz Nazir, and I started from there without losing any time. um, DTM Sarfaraz Nazir, thank you very much for joining us. I always miss you because you are, and recently you are not regular with us. So thank you very much being with us. I want you to start. I do not want to intervene, so I would like to say to describe certain aspects with regard to the Freedom Day. For example, your earliest memory about the 14th August. How did you celebrate it as child in your street and in your neighborhood? Now, after certain decade, being an overseas Pakistani, I want you to share your nostalgia. What do you miss mostly about those days? Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asghar and fellow Toastmasters. It's been centuries ago since I celebrated Independence Day in Karachi. And, we all know that age does have an impact on individuals. I don't remember anything how I celebrated as a child. All I remember is it used to be a holiday.
Holiday.
And growing up, the atmosphere or the culture was slightly different. Back then, I remember people, like family, friends, used to visit each other. Either we would get together and go to someone's house, or another family would show up. They didn't have to call in advance to give us notice, oh, we are coming. Is it okay to come? No, they just came and we were all excited. We sit down, have a chit chat. If they had children, then the children would, go into separate room or go outside and play. So that's my memory of togetherness, the community culture. And I think I miss that. Every now and then when I visit Karachi, now everyone is busy, on the go, 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 go. And no one has time to really relax anymore. And oh, how are you? That meant you really express your feelings. Now, when someone says, "How are you?" you simply say, "I'm fine," and keep on going. So you said how I think about freedom now. We call ourselves free, but I'm not sure if we really are free. And I don't mean just in Pakistan. It's true in several other countries, including United States, a country that takes pride, saying that it's recently celebrated 250 years of freedom. The people really are not free to do what they want, to say what they want, even though there's freedom of speech, Constitution gives that right to Americans, yet they cannot exercise that right. So, as a Pakistani, I remember it on whether we celebrated or how we celebrated, I don't remember. But what I do remember is it was a moment of pride that we have our own country. There was a reason people sacrificed for the independence of Pakistan. And so children would smile, have a good time because it was a holiday. More than a holiday, it was a remembrance moment to think why Pakistan? Why people sacrifice for a country like Pakistan? Back to you, Toastmaster Asper.
Thank you very much. Today I'm totally story listening mode, and I want every one of you to be a storyteller. And thank you, DTM Sarfaraz Nazir, for sharing your stories and covering as many dimensions as I requested you. I can relate only one thing with you prominently, and that is the holiday. In the earliest child memory is about a holiday from the school, and later on we came to know that it was 14th August 1940. But I would like to transfer from one generation to another generation. I would like to take Ozair. Ozair, it is your as you have just heard that we are not free despite claiming so, as put by Sarfraz Nazir. Of course, it is his personal opinion. Moreover, he also said that we used to realize it as a moment of pride, and he thinks it is no more. Do you agree, or what is your opinion over here?
Good evening and a very good early evening to all the fellow Toastmasters and guests. I think what TTM Sarfaraz Nazir spoke about, that's his own opinion. He's entitled to his own opinion, as we all are. But I believe that there's no other country like Pakistan. If you're talking about expressing your opinions, yes, you can. You can speak to each other. I don't know how much you can speak amongst the fellow Americans in the States, but here we can. In Pakistan, in terms of walking on the road, we're able to walk on the road, eat, display whatever we want. Yes, there'll always be people who'll judge you and frown upon your opinions, but I think there's no other country like Pakistan. Primarily, us being more inclined to being a very expressive nation, and I've not seen many people being told to not express their opinions. Maybe a few, but I don't want to get very political here as we're talking about 14th August. So I'll talk about the positive aspects. I think if you meet any other fellow Karachiite or Pakistani on the road, I think they'll be cordial. As they say in Urdu, "Panch ungliyan barabar nahi hai." So, in my humble opinion, there's a good and there's a bad, and I think the positive and the good things outweigh the negative. So over to you, TM Asghar. Thank you.
Thank you, Ozair, for your opinion. Uh, Let me take this opinion to Karim Meghani. Karim, if there is no country like Pakistan, then why you are not here? You are not audible.
Now I'm audible?
Yeah, but I'm not going to repeat myself. I hope
No, no, no.
I'm audible,
No, it was a
or
very
I was
interesting
audible.
question. And, thank you for inviting me for the panel discussion. It's been a long time I didn't participate in KTC. But when I got the invitation, I thought about it. First, I said that, this particular topic about Independence Day at this polarized society right now, how we will react on it. I have a very different kind of reflection about Pakistan. On a positive side, I always enjoyed Pakistan Day as a overseas Pakistani. When it's Independence Day, I am really proud of it. I feel happy, regardless whatever happened, because it's my country, it's my passport, it's my identity. Why I'm not there in Pakistan, there can be different reasons. It's an economic reason. I have a community reason because I had a community responsibility. So I have been asked to work with the same community in other part of the world, so I accepted it. Now, being a Pakistani, even in overseas Pakistani, I can celebrate the Pakistan Day within my context, and I do it. Yes, I agree that there are certain things which happened in last few years, and when I analyze the whole history of 55 or 60 years of Pakistan history, uh, I see that there are certain things which I don't like, which I don't appreciate. But I like the country because it's my country. I like the culture. I like the language. I like the food. Still, we are eating biryani. Still, we are eating the kormas, and still we are eating the halwa puris in the morning. Yeah. So that's my being a true Pakistani and true Karachi. It's okay. Probably I will have a nihari tonight. But then on the other side, yes, we have opinions how we can contribute to it. But that can come in a secondary stage. The first stage is that Independence Day. I feel that I am part of Pakistan, and I got this invitation, and I just joined it. And with all you guys, I'm sitting there. I feel that I'm in Karachi right now. I'm at my home. It's my home, and it will be always like this. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Meghani. You said that you are happy because it is your passport. Pakistan is your passport. Toastmaster Vase, Toastmaster Vase, do you want to be somebody away from your country and merely carrying his passport? Do you think do you think if it is enough to be proud on your country, or do you want to stay over here and build something for yourself and your family?
Thank you, Toastmaster Asgar. Quite a thoughtful question. I'll break it into two parts. The first thing that you said about would you like to carry your passport and carry on with it or move outside, which means that would you like to have another citizenship? Now, here is the thing: when you are born in a certain country, that identification is part of you now. Whether you get another citizenship or not, I cannot erase my identity. It's with me till I die. So it doesn't matter if I take another citizenship or not, I will always remain a Pakistan. With all the differences I have with my country's people or anybody who takes care of this country, but I'll still remain a Pakistani till I die. The other part of the question comes to the opportunities in this country, because would I like to be here and build something for my family or to move outside? That's arguable. First of all, if I see that would moving outside bring better fruits for my family, better opportunities for me. So clearly, when we see people moving outside, though they have to work really, really hard, but still, when they put in the work, they get their benefits, they get their opportunities too. But when we are talking about Pakistan, it's just not as simple as putting in the work. You need a lot of things. Most importantly, a network when you are operating in Pakistan. If you are going through something legal, you need a lawyer. If you have a family emergency, you need a family doctor. If you are going to a police station to get certain things, then you need to have a connection with a police officer. Like these, all the acquaintances which we need to get our work done. If we don't have those resources or those acquaintances, we will get stuck. We won't be catered in a just manner, which is problematic. So, if I have the resources, I would like to stay here in my own country and build something for me and my family. But if I don't have enough resources in this country so that this country acts justly towards me, then I'll try to move outside and build a better future for me and my family. That's thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So in other words, it's all about the revolving about the resources, whether you want to stay in your country or not. But I would like to pick the first point from my first panelist that DTM Sarfaraz, as early as yesterday, I saw on Irfan Faruqi's post a moment of pride. He was showing a moment of pride for 14th August. But it seems to me that you have you must have come from your rich experience and observation. But let us know some of the ingredients which pursue us to take this day as a moment of pride. Or why do you think it is no more a moment of pride uh, being in the Independent Day in your country?
I assume you're referring to Pakistan.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I guess I've said that not, I don't mean everyone doesn't have any pride, but it's because we are now chasing something else. That's why it's not that don't have pride anymore. It's that we don't think about it. We are chasing, whatever the dream is, especially money. We are trying to keep up with the Joneses. Hey, he's got a nice car. He just got a new car. Hey, how come I don't have? So from that point of view, I was saying that it's not a moment of pride. And I think you asked Toastmaster Kareem why he's not here. Now, in my case, I had no desire to leave Pakistan and come to America. And in some of my speeches, I mentioned it was destiny that brought me here. And briefly to explain, I think it was month of September. My father came home one day and said, he mentioned one of his friends, and he said his son is going to America. And he was not a very good friend of mine, but I knew him because as a family friend, and also I think he used to be in my school also. So I went to see him to say or bid farewell. And while I was with him at his house, he mentioned the process, how he went about getting admitted into Indiana Institute of Technology. He said, you go to the Karachi embassy and there's a Pakistani lady that works there. You tell her which major or field you're interested in, and she gives you one page or one piece of paper that has a list of colleges, universities, and then you apply, so on. A few weeks after he had mentioned that, I decided I used to go to Karachi embassy. There was an American library behind the embassy in Karachi. Pick up a free calendar sometimes the start of the year. So I went there and I said, I'm interested in electronics engineering. And she gave me a piece of paper. I never mentioned anything to my family. It had a list of 10 colleges and universities. At random, and I don't remember what exactly methodology I used, I picked three universities, Oklahoma State University and two in California, including California Institute of Polytechnics. And I wrote a letter to them. And they sent me what we call catalog, because back then there was no internet, so you could get the catalog. I received the catalog. At the back of the catalogs, it had an application which I've completed, and I mailed it back. And I mentioned this was September when I saw my friend who was on his way to the United States. Early December, I received a letter from Oklahoma State University saying, congratulations, you have been accepted for admission. So now this is where I mentioned to my parents, hey, I got admitted. And we had never discussed going to America. And So my family thought about it. They also had a chit chat with a very good family friend. And the advice they gave was, hey, it's a good opportunity. Let him go. So this was early December. January, within 4 weeks, I had to get the medical exam, x-rays, etc., apply for passport that I didn't have, go to the Pakistan American Cultural Center and take the English as a foreign language test. So to say that I know a few words of English. And within 4 weeks, it was a very hectic moment. I found myself landing at John F. Kennedy Airport. Even though I arrived in America, I had never heard about the American dream, even though now I talk about it in my speeches. I applied for jobs in Pakistan, and I'll give you three examples. I received offers. The first offer I received was from Pakistan Television Corporation as a television engineer. Second offer was from Pakistan Steel Mills as a manufacturing engineer. The third offer was from Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission in Islamabad as a liaison engineer. All these offers mentioned the starting salary. And I asked all of them that I want advanced salary increase. I'm coming from United States with my educational background. I don't want to start from the bottom. And also I asked that I need either a house, money for the house rental, or provide a house. They did not agree with my demands. And I started working here. So after I worked a few years in the United States, then I decided to stay here because I had never worked in Pakistan. And I was not sure. The culture is different. There you go to your boss's house and you take gifts something and be very nice to the boss's wife also to get promotion. Not you don't get promoted just by doing a very good job. So it's destiny that uh, kept me here. Even though I'm living here and I don't have too much connection, my father's parents' generation is no longer with us. There's only two family members from that generation. One is from my father's side in Karachi. The other one is my mother's side uncle in Lahore. I still take pride. Even in my semi-final speech, I talked about Pakistan. I was speaking as a Pakistani, and it was a moment of pride. Many times people, if they don't win, they're sad. I'm talking about American. I could not believe that as a Pakistani born in a small village in Punjab between Lahore and Islamabad, had just taken second place in a semi-final, one small step away from the largest stage in. Look at the 3 million men and women in Toastmasters gone through the program, and thousands every year start at the club level and compete with the same hope of moving. There's a lady in Texas that once told me that I don't have what it takes to be a world champion. She has been competing for the last decade. She has taken second place just recently in the district. That's the highest. She has never passed the district. And I don't want to go and walk up to her and say that, hey, you told me that I don't have what it takes to be. How come you have never won the district? I have won the district 3 times and moved into semifinals. Not only moved to the semifinals, but took second place. Lost by 1 point to world champion. So that's what I call moment of pride. No matter where you live, you can still be a Pakistani and still have that pride. Back to you, Toastmasters.
Oh, thank you, DTM Sarfraz, for demolishing the myth that we cannot be a true Pakistani if we are living outside. But let me tell you, you exposed yourself when you are going to write your biography. You already published 2 chapters, your childhood years, the departure of the USA, and then how you joined Toastmaster Club. So remember. So go ahead, go ahead.
The third time I advanced to the semifinals, where I again took second place. The title of my speech was A River of No Return. That is now the title of my legacy memoir, A River of No Return. one Pakistani immigrants crossing to the American dream. It has 24 chapters. 21 chapters have been written, so it's going to be published within the next few weeks. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Uh, Let me take this conversation to Uzair. Uzair, yes, if even granted that there is no country like Pakistan, but what if the negative outweighs the positive and you had no choice but to migrate to another country as a part of your destiny? Do you want to go somewhere else, and why? Does it affect your patriotism when you are not in Pakistan?
Well, thank you, TM Asgar, for this question directed towards me. I would like to take a few words from what TM Wase had spoken about. That being that if you have no resources and you're not privileged like the rest of the people in this country, for example, as he stated, that if you're on a road and you have to call someone, that is when things will flow smoothly for you. But if you don't have those resources, then unfortunately, your chances of living a comfortable life in this country will deteriorate. So, the country which I would choose if I did not have the resources, I was not that privileged, I would move most likely to a small town, maybe in New Zealand, where there's solitude. And my patriotism would still be the same as if I'm living in Pakistan, but due to unfortunate circumstances, I would have to move there. So, yeah, I don't think that any overseas Pakistani is less patriotic than the one that's living here in Karachi or any city. But as stated earlier, not everyone is privileged or has the resources to live in this country. So, yeah, over to you, TM Asghar. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Uzair Dudi. But I want to quote both of you, the Vase and Uzair, you that you said when Vase said, "Let me, Karim. I hope you are still there with me."
Yes, I'm with
Okay,
you.
you have just heard the both young men previously, but Vase said that, it is not necessary to erase our identity. Do you? What about this identity issue once you are in a foreign land? Do you, while outside of your border, face the identity crisis, what we call the identity crisis? Or do you want it to be a Pakistan just for the sake of identity? Or do you still think as long as what Dudi called you don't have enough resources, you will not come back?
Right. Thank you for the question, and it's just to first we see that we are born in Pakistan. That's why we are Pakistani. Yes. So somebody else is born in Pakistan or any other country. They are certain country. They are countrymen. Now, as a human, you have 4 billion or more than this human all around the world. It's a globalized world. Opportunities are there. Education is there. Development is there. Now, what kind of quality of life a human should get? I don't want to be religious about it, but ask any religion. It will not tell you that to spend your life where you can serve yourself and your family, to have a better quality of life. Now, if it is not about only resources, it's about better quality of life. So, if a human spend his time in a poor country and not having better quality of life, but there is another country which is offering where you can have a better quality of life for you and your family, I think it's a humanistic choice a person make. Now that comes to the identity. So because I'm born in Pakistan, I'm proud to be Pakistani. I love the culture. I love the identity. So being in Pakistani, as DTM Sarfraz said, that when I represent this identity in my own field, so he participated in a semi-finalist as a Pakistani, and he participated through America, but as a Pakistani. So that's a very proud moment. I know a lot of good surgeons who are best in the world. They are serving in US hospitals and they are Pakistanis. And they are very well educated Pakistanis. So, being as a human, as a Pakistani, I can make my own identity wherever I am. It's the nationalistic approach or the patriotism approach is very political for me. You take out the politics from this, then you become a human and you can contribute everywhere, and you can, every culture has some beautiful flowers. My country have beautiful flowers, and I look at the flowers and I enjoy it. I love the poetry of Urdu poetry, which I'll say. I love the food of Pakistan, and not me. Because of me, a lot of friends around the world, they like Pakistani food because they know me and I serve them sometimes the Pakistani food and they love it. So that I think we need to see that picture. If you take out this political part, the patriotism doesn't mean that you need to stay there. Yeah, we need to develop Pakistan. If I knew one Pakistani, I'll give you one example. There was a Canadian Pakistani, served as a medical doctor for over 50 years. And then he decided that, why don't I serve in my country and I can help for cancer treatment. So he went back to the best hospital in Pakistan and tried to create a department of Cancer Institute, because now he want to contribute towards because he learned that skill, he experienced it, now he want to serve it. So it's a human choice. And as a Pakistani, my identity, even if I have a Canadian passport tomorrow, I will be still called a Pakistani Canadian. And that's my identity. And I think we should be proud of it, because you born here. This is nobody else's choice, yes? You are born here. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Karim. At least 2 points were striking from what you said, that because I'm familiar with many prominent personalities who are Pakistani, had been outside, but then came back to Karachi, and they are serving their people. And secondly, sometimes this they were there because what DTM Sarfraz called their destiny. But Team Wasif, much like Karim Meghani, I also like food and poetry of Pakistan, despite not being outside of the Pakistan. I just want to ask you, were there any instances when you were frustrated being a Pakistani and did not want to be a Pakistani? It is an age-sensitive question, so that is why I'm asking you, because it is too early for you to experience these things.
I think there were never a time when I was frustrated being a Pakistani. Of course, there were many, many times when I was frustrated with how our country runs. And those two are different things, right? And it happens all over the world where people are not governed the way they should be governed. People are not governed justly. So that does not reduces my love or my affection for this country. As I said earlier, that Pakistan will always be part of my identity. And of course, you don't get frustrated from that, because what Pakistan can at max give you as a country or as a piece of land, it can give you resources, it can give you rivers, it can give you seas, it can give you mountains, it can give you minerals, it can give you weathers. And surprisingly, Pakistan has given all of his share of the entire world. Like, we have almost everything of that. So what you realize is that Pakistan has done a lot of things, but those who has governed this country has done a poor job. So yes, I do get frustrated by the people of this country, especially who run this country. but not the country itself. And again, we can also divide the people into a society and people who run this country. Pakistan as a society is quite a vibrant society, right? For example, Karachi has this philanthropist spirit, right, which many countries doesn't have. For example, if you go out in Ramzan without any food or without any preparation for iftari, you are sure that you will get iftari at any road or any place you have, right? Similarly, if you get stuck on any road, right, there might be not state provided services, but there will be people who will be helping you out, who will be, okay, let's tow your car to some place, or let me help you fix your tire. So Pakistan, and one more thing, hospitality of Pakistani is almost like a part of their religion, right? Whenever a person enters our home, it is a religious duty for us. We consider it a religious duty for us that when he leaves our home, he is well fed, regardless of which background he belongs to. But if he enters our home, he must be well fed, or we should have at least give him a drink or a sharbat or anything if he is there for a little time. So, considering that as a society, that makes me feel immense proud, even as a society. But again, coming to the part that how we are governed or how we are run by our people, that what frustrates me.
Okay, thank you very much. And it seems to me from all this discussion, everything was around revolving around identity. And I'm happy at least we are agree over here where we are. We are united around our identity, and I think I totally agree. But on personal note, I born somewhere called District Gwadir. It is almost with the Iranian border. As a recent drive by Nadra, they eliminated digital footprints of many people who are living around these border area, the Afghan border area and Baluchistan area, Baluchistan's border area. As early as yesterday, I received a call by Nadra. They told me that you are no longer a citizen of this country. As I'm speaking with you, I'm technically an stateless person with a grace period of 3 months. But there is a section in the Constitution, I can't recall now, which says that your loyalty to your state should be unquestionable. I mean, there is no reciprocity that your state, does this for you, and then you are supposed to be loyal to your state. We constantly need to remember and remind the people that the loyalty should be unquestionable because it is our identity. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Yes, go ahead,
Thank you
Sarfaraz.
so much.
Uh,
Thank you so much.
DTM
Sorry.
Talha, DTM Talha,
Yes.
I see red light is on. Yeah, I'm going to give up 1 minute from my speech and add that 1 minute to our panel discussion here. I did not
All right.
want to. I did not want to leave giving the impression that all I focus or discuss is the Toastmasters semifinals, the contest. In one of my speeches, I mentioned that, and I mentioned once again. In June 2013, along with three colleagues of mine, I visited a company in Istanbul, Turkey. We were representing the government of the United States and the United States military.
Okay.
It had nothing to do with Pakistan. We were to negotiate a contract with them for the work that company in Istanbul did for the United States military. When we walked into the lobby in Istanbul of that, it had the flag of Turkey on the wall towards the ceiling for obvious reasons. Next to it, there was a flag of the United States. So they had placed that flag because the American team was visiting them for next 3 days. But I was surprised to see next to the American flag, there was also a flag of Pakistan.
Wow.
Why Pakistan? I guess somehow from the name or someone mentioned it. I don't. It was because I was visiting them. And can you imagine the moment of pride? At that moment, I was not thinking about the American team that was there for whatever reason. I became, for a brief moment, an unofficial ambassador of Pakistan when I saw that flag. And that's what being a Pakistani means. Back to you.
Thank you so much, our moderator, Toastmaster Azhar, for conducting a valuable and exceptional uh, that discussion. And wherever we go, we will always remain Pakistani because Dil hai Pakistani. So that on that note, thank you so much once again for all the panelists, for the moderator to share or give an amazing panel discussion on this beautiful day, the birthday of Pakistan. Okay, so now let's move on to our first speaker. Our first speaker is the first prepared speaker again. So our first prepared speaker is will be evaluated by Toastmaster Wasi Ahmed, and our Toast first speaker is GTN Sarfraz Nazir. He's Toastmaster Wasi. Please come on the stage and share his project details.
Thank you, TMOD. Whenever I get to evaluate DTM Sarfaraz Nazir, I thank God because somewhere for this suffering that I am going to have for next 7 minutes, I'm sure going to have some sins forgiven. DTM Sarfaraz Nazir is going to present his project from Pathway Presentation Mastery. His project is from Evaluation and Feedback Speech 1. Title of his speech is Independence, $20 in a river. Independence, $20 in a river. DTM Sarfraz, you have the stage.
Fellow Toastmasters and fellow Pakistanis. 79 years ago today, Pakistan, my homeland, became independent. I was born near the Indian Ocean in a country stitched together by 5 rivers: Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bais, and Satluj. These rivers that empty into the Indus River and ultimately into the ocean start in Himalayas, more than 15,000 feet above sea level, as nothing more than a nervous little droplet. That droplet had no idea it was about to become a river. Neither did I. I arrived in America as a teenager carrying 3 things: a cashier's check made out to Oklahoma State University for 3 semesters of tuition and fees, a second cashier's check for $180 in personal expenses, and one $20 bill that was functionally my entire net worth. $20. You know what $20 will get in America? A large pizza, 2 movie tickets, and roughly 4 minutes of financial confidence. I looked at that bill and thought, this is either the beginning of the American dream or I am about to become very good at walking places. Turns out both. In America, there is a distinct absence of anyone who has ever said my name correctly on the first try. Sarfaraz. Sarfarullah. Close enough. I want to tell you something about independence nobody tells you. It doesn't feel like freedom at first. It feels like fear wearing freedom's jacket. It doesn't begin with fireworks. It begins with nobody catching you if you fall. But here's what a river teaches you. It does not ask permission to keep moving. It just moves around the rock, through the valley, over whatever nonsense is in its way, including a semester of a very humbling English class. Rivers don't stay in one place, and neither did I. I found myself competing in the District 122 Urdu speech contest from 3 different corners of the world: Texas, Makkah, and Karachi. Yes, I workshopped Urdu speeches in Texas. Somewhere, a bewildered Texas cowboy is still trying to figure out what mohabbat means. I served as training chairperson for Toastmasters District 122 and as president of the Karachi Toastmasters Club from over 13,000 kilometers away. I was running club meetings in Karachi from a time zone where most people were still deciding what to have for breakfast. If that's not independence, I don't know what it is. Though, can anyone hear me? Is a phrase I have said more times than any human being should. I built a career. I built a family. I built a life, not overnight, not gracefully, but persistently, the way water carves alone, not by force, but by refusing to stop. And somewhere along that journey, I stopped being a droplet trying to survive America and became a river that had learned to run it in it and apparently run a Karachi club from a laptop in Texas at the same time. Here's what I've come to believe. 5 rivers shaped me before America even knew my name. No ocean crossing changes where a river begins. Pakistan is not something I left behind. Pakistan is the riverbed, the shape I was carved into before I ever saw a skyscraper or ate a deeply confusing chili cheeseburger. But America did not erase that shape. America gave it a place to run, a career, a stage, a world championship, a public speaking semifinal stage, 3 times, where I came in second twice and somehow felt like I had won anyway. Pakistan shaped the clay. America fired it. I am both, not half of one and half of the other, fired like pottery in a kiln into something whole, something that couldn't exist without both. That's what independence actually means. Not that you owe nothing to where you came from. It means carrying your origin like a river carries its source, quietly, permanently, while still moving toward an ocean you have never seen. Today, Pakistan celebrates 79 years of sovereignty. And along with celebrating that independence, I celebrate my own. The independence of a man who once had $20 and now has a life built on purpose, contribution, and financial independence. Same river, different ocean. Independence Day Mubarak. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, DTM Sarfraz, for presenting your speech. I earned by refusing to stop. Thank you so much. What a thought-provoking and powerful message with your speech. Now we would like to invite our second speaker. Second speaker is Toastmaster Zishan Arif, and Toastmaster Zishan Arif will be evaluated by our DTM Talha bin Hamid. So please put your hands together and welcome DTM Hamid Hamid on the stage.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. I'm kind of feeling dissociated from reality after that panel discussion and then after that speech. So it will take some time to recover. But today, Toastmaster Zishan Arif, and in fact, Toastmaster Zishan Arif is an embodiment of everything that was said in the earlier sessions. He's a Pakistani living in Iraq, and here he is with us, right? So, Toastmaster Zishan Arif will be delivering Project 1, Level 4 of Motivation Strategies. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to motivate team members through the completion of a project. The purpose of the speech is for the member to share some aspect of their experience motivating team members through the completion of the project. Um, I will. I'm willing to give $5,000 to anyone who will explain the difference between those two sentences. But anyhow, during the completion of this project, the member spent time developing a project, building a team, and working with that team to bring the project to fruition. May have they may have asked their team members or at least one club officer to evaluate their leadership through the completion of a 360-degree evaluation. The member will deliver a high quality and engaging speech that addresses their experience using motivational techniques while leading a team. The speech may be humorous, informational, or any type the member chooses. So today, Toastmasters Ishan Arif will be delivering this project, and the title. So everyone, put your hands together for Toastmasters Ishan Arif. The power of small acts. The power of small acts. Toastmasters Zishan Arif.
When you were born, you cried while the world rejoiced. Robin Sharma opens his book, Who Will Cry When You Die? With a very simple premise. Live your life in such a way that when you die, the world cries while you rejoice. It is a profound thought for our personal lives. But a few months ago, in the middle of a high pressure, high stakes project at work, I found myself asking different questions. What makes a team care about what they do before it's too late? Or how do you motivate people when deadlines are tight, energy is low, and everyone is ready to throw in the towel? Toastmasters of the Day and fellow members. Today I wanted to share how Robin Sharma's timeless wisdom from this beautiful book helped me lead a struggling team across the finish line, not through the pressure, but through purpose. A few months ago, I was tasked with a leading cross functional team in my organization. The goal was an ambitious, very tight deadline and aggressive task where the morale was all the way down to zero. Early on, I did what most managers do. I sent motivational emails, updated the progress tracker, and reminded everyone of the final deadline. And do you know what happened? Nothing at all. People were burnt out. They felt like cogwheels in a machine that did not care about them. That's when I turned to Sharma's book. Luckily and fortunately, I was reading back in the time and stumbled upon lesson number 30. Get behind people's eyeballs. Sharma writes that deepest human hunger is the need to be understood and valued. I realized, and I had been managing tasks and not actually dealing with human beings. So I scrapped our status update meetings and replaced it with one on one conversations. I stopped talking about deadlines and started asking questions. What part of this project frustrates you the most? Or how can I make this easier for you? Something that I've also witnessed in Toastmasters from my seniors. By stepping behind their eyeballs and seeing the project through their struggles, trust was built. And it wasn't just overnight, of course. They weren't unmotivated, they were overwhelmed. Once I understood this friction, I needed to shift their focus. That brought me to another principle from this very book. Enjoy the path, not just the reward. In any long project, if you only celebrate the final victory, the journey feels like an endless grind. So I reframed our daily target. Instead of saying, we have 500 hours of work left, I started anchoring our work to a higher purpose. I showed them how our deliverable was going to directly relieve stress from our end users and colleagues and our teammates and our organization members. When people realize their work serves a purpose bigger than just merely a checkbox, motivation isn't forced, it's unlocked. We stopped obsessing over the finish line and started taking pride in the daily craft. Finally, Robin Sharma reminds us that there are no great acts, only small, tiny, small acts done with great love. To sustain the momentum, I introduced small daily acts of recognition. A quick handwritten note on a desk, maybe a sticky note on someone's desk before they arrive to work. A public shout out during our morning huddles for someone who helped a teammate complete a task. Or simply grabbing a coffee for the person pulling a late night shift. True influence rarely comes from grand gestures. It lives in the small, tiny, unseen moments of daily kindness and costs absolutely nothing, but mean everything. Motivation isn't a grand cinematic speech delivered once a year. It is the daily small deposits of gratitude that tell your team, I see you and your effort matters. We delivered the project on time and above the expectations, above standards. But the true victory wasn't the final report at the end from the executive leadership. The true victory was watching a group of tired individuals transform into a unified team that was proud of what they've built together. Leading people through a challenging project taught me that motivation is not about pushing people to work harder. It's about inspiring them to see the value in what they do. When our story is written, people won't remember our most prominent achievements. They will remember the genuine, simple ways we made them feel. If you are leading a team today, whether at work, in community service, or right here in Toastmasters, remember Robin Sharma's lesson. Get behind their eyeballs, help them find joy in their journey, and never ever underestimate the power of small acts of appreciation. When you help your team build a project they are truly proud of, you don't just complete a goal, you leave a legacy. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster
Zishan.
Zishan, Zishan, for presenting a wonderful speech. The, the act of small, the value of small acts, the power of small acts. They are small, not at all small. They make a bigger impact on your life. So with that, let's move on to our second segment. Our first segment is the most powerful, amazing, beautiful speeches, and the panel discussion is over. And now let's move on to our most engaging and spontaneous segment, that is the table topic segment. And for that, I would like to invite our Toastmaster, Latif Mansoor, right from the overseas. And Toastmaster Latif Mansoor, are you with us?
Yes, I am with you all.
Okay. Happy Independence Day to you.
Thank you. Happy Independence to everyone. I mean, all of us, we are celebrating today. And if there is anyone abroad, yes, it is a good time to recall our true values. And of course, we do, as an individual, do participate our role representing our nation in our way, whatever limited resources we have. Let's move ahead. As a table topic or as a topic master, I will run the table topic session. and each speaker will be allowed to speak from 1 to 2 minutes. Of course, you have to speak a little less than 2 minutes 30 seconds so that you can qualify for the voting. Just give me 1 second and I'll be back. Just 1 second.
So meanwhile, in his absence, let's get more time to speak. And I hope you all are having a wonderful time and on the Independence Day.
In the meantime, everyone, please vote. We need your votes.
DTM Talha, I assume both speakers qualified?
Yes, yes, of course, they did.
Since there's only 2 speakers, can we forego? Just name co. When it's not, if you have more than 2, it makes sense. It's only 2. So one is best
but-
speaker, the other one is, because
Yeah, I would leave that to the president, but still urge, even if the president says that we do not, I
they can
still
still vote, yeah.
urge, yeah, I still urge everyone to vote at least so that they can express feelings
Okay.
about the quality. We can go ahead and not announce. So that's my opinion, but the president can opine on this.
Oh, okay. When he comes back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so everyone, today's theme or today's, I should not say meeting theme. Meeting theme is, of course, independence, I or we. But today table topic is something special for me. Now, how it became special is because we do inspire with someone, and that someone can be anybody like Zakir Khan also. And Zakir Khan has a very famous line, what he says, Sat Londa. And Zakir Khan's Sat Londa doesn't mean that something slang or something. It describes it very well. It says, he humorously says, someone who is tough outside, but soft at heart. Forward going. These are all topics which I am inspired about his long 1 hour, 30 minutes biology, or what we call it, autobiography. He describes and everything. And I took help from AI Copilot so that, I get the exact research. So it's nothing hidden. I've explained what I am going to do. What will happen? Of course, table topic, I will be calling out a speaker who will give a number, and then that topic will be coming in front of them to read, and I will also say, but it will be something like this. Following slides will be something like this. There will be a hint so that speaker knows what I'm going to, or what they would like to speak about, and the topic. The topic is what I'm going to read. The hint is all for you to grab your attention and help the grammarian. I don't know if the grammarian is there or no, but this word was written on the agenda. Ostentatious. So let's move forward, and I will invite first. Who shall I invite? Fahim Razak. Fahim, please. Fahim bhai.
Hi, Toastmaster Latif. So what do I do? I pick a number?
Yes. So you have to pick a number and share your story.
Right. Number 7.
Mahinder Singh Dhoni or... Okay, Ronaldo. Let's move forward and click and listen to Fahim Razak's story. Your topic is, why does success sometimes feel heavier than failure? Why does success sometimes feel heavier than failure? Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Latif. Why does success sometimes feel heavier than failure? You know, if success was easy, right? There will never be anyone in the world we would look up to, right? There will be nothing special, nothing extraordinary, nothing ostentatious. Because if everything becomes easy, smooth, walk in the path, it becomes ordinary. So if something is hard to achieve, it is bound to be painful, right? That's why success, I believe, is harder than the failure. Failure is what? Failure is basically laziness, right? I mean, the amount of time I've heard the quotes in pretty much every language, every religion, every culture, if you go for something, there is no reason on earth that you will not achieve it, bar any calamity. Okay. So let's say let's take the example of DTM Sir Faraz, right? When he mentioned he had to go through the hoops to get the admission and then make a journey to America with $20 in his pocket. What would a person who doesn't want to do all that hard work, what would he think? Oh, I don't have money. I don't have parent support. I don't know what to do. He wouldn't even take the first step of going to the embassy. Those 4 weeks for him must have been very, very, very painful, right? That's what people might look up to him and say, wow, look at this guy. He actually lived an American dream. Whereas there might be many people who have just thought of it and never did much. With that, over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fahim. You expressed it well. And let's move ahead. And I believe I can invite DTM Talha, please, if you can.
All right.
Okay. So DTM Talha, choose a number. Sorry. No.
Get your slideshow in order. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So I will choose number 3.
So white is the hint for you, and I'll read the topic.
Right.
It is better to be respected or just liked by everyone. Is it better to be respected or just liked by everyone? Over to you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Latif, for this topic. And just give me a second. It really depends upon what do you want out of life and how do you want to interact with other people. For someone like me, who is, uh, believe it or not, an introvert through and through, uh, I don't look forward to interacting with a lot of people or even being popular amongst a lot of people. I think respect outlasts popularity, but respect for the right reasons. Too often, we as a nation, as a people, mistake intimidation or fear for respect. And sometimes we even start aspiring to become those people who are feared and secretly hated simply because they seem to command a lot of influence. So, again, influence is not respect. Elon Musk may be the most influential person in the world right now, but is he respected? Debatable. Sometimes a person may not be popular, but they may still be respected. So I would prefer respect every time. simply because we need more of it. We talked about people moving out of the country and some people living in the country. And people with real depth of character respect everyone, even when they're living abroad. They do not consider their duty to constantly berate and criticize people who are living in Pakistan, simply because they recognize that each one's story is unique. For some people, living in Pakistan is the best. For others, moving abroad is the best path. That does not mean that anyone who continues to live in Pakistan deserves criticism and ridicule, right? So I believe we need more respect in this world, and that is why I would rather prefer to be respected rather than just be liked. Over to you, those tabletop experts.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Talabin Hamid. Babar Khan, are you aware of the situation, how we are going to do?
Yeah, I am aware
Yeah,
of that.
okay. So you will see a hint in the white line, so you get the idea of what the topic is about, and then I will read out the topic for you. So
Sure.
choose a number.
Yeah, let's go with 10.
Number 10, 10 number ही? Okay.
Yes.
Life as comedy. Okay, this is your hint. How can turning pain into a joke make life easier? How can turning pain into a joke make life easier? Over to you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Latif. I think the life is a full of pain. Yeah, is full of pain. You have to go through difficulties in life. Even if you are in your job, even if for your family life, even with your friends. But it is something you are always going on through difficulties in life, but you enjoy it when you start in when you enjoy it when you start taking it easy or make it funable. Yeah, making it funable. Because I think if there's a quote, or you can say phrase where it say, if you cannot get right, then go left. Yeah, so this is the life. If you cannot do something, if you cannot handle something in according to, then enjoy it. Make it funny for you. Make it funny to do that. You can, because every difficulty give you a lesson. That lesson give you give you experience. So then you are getting experience. It is you are getting your life with a pain. You get funniest. You get relax and get a better outcome from that. So I think the pain is a part of life. You if you are going to be shouting about your pain, the whatever the difficulties, you are not going to ahead. You have to get with it. You have to get it funny and make your life funny with that pain. You have to go with that pain. So that's it. From my side. Over to you, DTM Latif. Sorry, DTM TM Latif.
Yeah, Toastmaster Latif. I'll be very frank, Babar. You attempt this difficult topic amazingly. I just could not hold myself to applaud. It was amazing. Thank you. Let's invite more challenging people. Toastmaster Asgar, please, if you can unmute yourself. Toastmaster Asgar, race in the DTM. Choose a number.
Of course, number 1.
Of course, number 1. Who else can be? Here is your hint. And the topic is why it is so hard to be yourself. Why it is so hard to be yourself. Over to you.
Well, yes, I agree. It is most of the time hard to be with yourself. I think it is because of perhaps couple of reasons. Number one, sometimes it is awkward being with yourself. We don't know who we are, what we want to do. So we would rather follow what I called herd mentality, or I always want to jump the bandwagon, because it is perhaps something to do with the sense of belonging, which uh, which brings some sort of psychological comfort. And it is not between being right side or the wrong side. It is always uh, the question of survival, being stable, and above all, being with other. Being yourself is a unique position, is an individual position. You can be cornered because you are only with yourself, and you will not be a part of the group. So you are only animal rather than a social animal. That is, of course, an awkward position. I may not be able to find out the reason, but I agree up to an extent that it is hard to be with oneself only, and rather than it is always easier to be a part of others rather than the being one. The reason is why, perhaps something our evolution, something to do with our evolution. That is what I know, and that is what I don't know. Over to you.
I thought you will start saying my mother-in-law always wanted to be someone else, but I choose to be myself.
She is around right
Oh,
now.
okay. Okay. So now I believe we have a chance to invite. Oh, Heba Rais Khan, please. Toastmaster Heba, please unmute yourself. Yay. Let me share the screen and you choose the number. Heba?
Okay, how about 8?
Number 8. I believe you have seen the slide when I was talking to.
No.
No? Okay. DTM Tala. Okay, here. Your number. Your topic is, why does success sometimes feel heavier than failure?
Okay.
Why does success sometimes feel heavier than failure?
Okay, fellow Toastmasters and guests, sometimes in success does feel heavier than failure, because if in practical life one gets promotion and one gets promoted, their salary increases, and so does the benefits. So this way they'll be able to achieve profession, and they move on further professionally. So with this, it means that the person will be able to grow as a individual and as a professional, and so with it comes success in terms of everything, in terms of money, in terms of better financial success, and in terms of every other thing. And so when success comes, so sometimes there are some people in this world who, get jealous from others, and get jealous on the smallest of things, like why is this person having a better car than me, why is this person having a better house than me, why is this person having a better job than me. So in this way I would say that success does feel sometimes heavier than failure, and it's success does feel, and in this way, success does feel heavier than failure, and it's sometimes better to be a mixture of both failure and success. In my opinion, others would disagree, but that's about it. Thank you.
I'll take this message home and I'll keep it forever. Sometimes it's better to be mixture of both, failure or success. Huh? Who cares? I am the failure, I am the success. Amazing. Good one.
Thank you.
Let's move ahead and invite a few of the people who has the roles, who has spoken a lot, but we'll give them the opportunity. First and foremost, behind the camera, Karim Meghani, please switch on your camera. Or he's out of coverage area. Okay.
TTM Latif,
Yes.
don't forget our friend Sabha Anjum. She's online.
She has a role, but very important role. I will invite her for sure. I will invite her for sure. Yes. Okay. So, Toastmaster Karim,
Yes, sir.
what your philosophy says. Let's move ahead. Choose a number.
Let me see the screen. Let's see, select 2.
You and me select 2, or I select 2 for you?
Yeah, 2 is okay for me.
Failure as teachers. Okay, your hint. Topic is, what's the funniest lesson failure ever taught you? What's the funniest lesson failure ever taught you? Over to you.
Thank you for giving me this the floor, table topic master. Failure always give me a lot of lessons, because failure tells me that from where I came from. That's and because it's part of my journey. It starts with so there was one failure which I can share, that with my body and weight, I tried to ride a bicycle, and that was one of the failures. But I can give a philosophical answer of life and everything. I just want to have that funny example of that failure, and it was a very important day. And I tried to ride a bicycle on the same day. Eventually, the bicycle was not able to take my weight, and I fall like this on my head. Survived, no bad injuries, but I still tried to ride the bicycle again after 3 years, I think. These funny examples, why I said about this funny thing about failure, because failure doesn't stop you. Anything happens in your life, it should not stop you. Yes, it gives me a lesson that I can have a more stronger bike for me, and I can be more careful about my what suits to me, and I can ride a bike. But I want to enjoy that feeling. So success is like a feeling for me, but it comes with failures, it comes with step by step movement. Several years pass, office, whatever. Failures came and gone. I'm satisfied that I learn a lot and move forward. Over to you, sir.
Sir Karim, what was that important day when you fell down? You didn't mention that.
It was an important day that I had a next day. I supposed to be somewhere with my family, and the whole
Share that
and
picture.
I was
I want to
working
see how you
all
will do.
yeah, I was
Share
working
that
for
picture.
like 12, 13 hours
It's okay. It's
straight.
okay. It's okay. Let's move on. I just wanted to know Was it anniversary or Bobby's birthday? That's it. Let's move ahead, and can we buy some more time, or
I think Toastmaster Latif, we do have. Let me just check with the agenda.
the agenda? If you
Of,
check, I'm lost.
all right, you can invite two more speakers again.
Two more speakers. Okay,
Subject
so
to the
I have
president. Sorry. Subject to the president and TMOD's consent. Only if they allow.
okay.
Yes, please.
I
Yes,
can see
please.
a thumbs up. Fine. So I'll invite uh, for distinguished Sarfraz Nazir Sabah at the last, so that you have the evaluation of all the topics, and then distinguished Toastmaster Sarfraz, please uh, give the evaluation for Toastmaster Sabah's speech. Vase, please unmute yourself and choose a number to share your story. Just a second. Sorry, my bad. Okay, President Vase, what's your number?
5.
Number 5. Dream versus reality is your hint. What's one dream you chased, reality slapped back? What's one dream you chase, reality slapped back? Over to you.
Okay. I have always been an idealistic person, especially while I was growing up. Even before I became an adult, I was quite idealistic as a person. I was made to believe that when you put in all your effort and you put the belief in the God, then you will achieve almost everything you want. So I tried to give in everything when I was quite uh, good at Islamiyat, okay, during my O levels, right? I was so good that I used to correct my teachers during the lectures, right? I had so much skill and so much knowledge in Islam, and due to my father, he had his masters in Islam, so I was raised by listening the stories of the prophets as a bedtime stories. So I had that knowledge of the Quran and the prophets. So I was so good. But what happened was that during my O levels, during my CAIs, I got a B grade, and everybody was shocked. Even the people in school was shocked. The school's management, they thought they will be having a distinction, so they were all really happy and they can post their school name. But I got a B. Things moved on. I got a scrutiny, and eventually that B became an A star. So the reality was that things always don't go how you expect that to go. Although I did eventually get an A star, but still it started with a B. Another thing was that during my A levels, right, I was expecting to get into an undergrad college abroad. So what I did was that I had picked up almost 6 subjects, literally 6 subjects for my A levels, and I got decent grades in all of them. And I had a portfolio of being a president in a society and all those extracurricular activities also. And it took a lot out of me. But still reality again slapped back, and for my family or for my domestic responsibilities, I had to stay back in Pakistan. So these things make you realize that almost things doesn't always work how you expect them to work, although how much work you put into them. Thank you.
It's a brave moment when someone has to share their stories, and it's amazing. Sabah, you saved as DTM Irfan stepped in. Let's move ahead and invite distinguished Toastmaster Irfan Faruqi, please. What is going on is I'm going to give you a number, and then that will be your topic.
All right.
Okay, so you have a number to choose. Let me share my screen. Yes. Okay. So we have 4, 6, and 9 remaining. Choose a number.
4.
Number 4. Okay. The white is your hint. How can being alone sometimes make you stronger? How can being alone sometimes make you stronger? Over to you.
Let me change one word from this title, and that one word is sometimes. It is not sometimes. The reality is the best intelligent moment, best learning moments, best moments when I and talk to myself, I understand myself, I get power from myself, is the time when I'm alone. And I'm very surprised how it was, because whenever there was some issue and I take time, in my office, when there was a problem with the boss, I would leave the office, come home in my bedroom, spend some time. I relaxed. I could understand how to handle the situation. My boss at that time was a very good man. He never talked of things like that, because he could understand when I'll come back, I'll be all right. So whenever I have to take a decision, I try to find some isolation, because there it is only me talking to myself, no disturbance from the out. And you know what happened? I was reading astrology, and I came to know that people born in September need at least 1 or 2 hours every day to spend time in isolation. That was very strange thing. And I realized that, yes, for me, the best intelligent time, best power time that I get, best decisions that I reach is the time when I'm alone, when I'm not talking to anybody, when I'm not discussing my issues, talking to myself. And I believe that my synthesis with myself is the best thing that I do. I don't know, when I said it, a few more people nodded with my sentence, and it seems that it is not restricted. Either you all are September borns, or maybe it is the same thing for many other people, that they also realize that the intelligent learning comes when you are alone, when you are not talking to anybody. I prefer to go into isolation, spend some time with myself, and that increases my inner energy, and I'm very happy with that time. Toastmaster of the day, table topic master.
President Topic Master is requesting again. Can I respect Sarfaz Nazir's decision? President is not around. Good.
Yes, please. You
He's
may
there.
take.
Okay. Can we invite Sabha, please, if possible, just for
Yes,
last
yes.
topic?
Okay, as the acting president, of course you can. But I think T.A. Modi's word should be enough.
Yes, you may
Great.
take it.
Okay, so let's invite Toastmaster Sabha Anjum Gauri. Here is your screen, and you know how it is running. You have only 2 topics remaining, 6 or 9. Pick a number, share your story. Toastmaster Sabha.
For this ostentatious treatment, and number is 9. Can you hear
Number
me?
9 for,
Hello?
yeah. Toastmaster Sabha, number 9 for you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay.
So you got the clue in white. Your topic is, what's one sign that a friend is truly real? What's one sign that a friend is truly real? Over to you.
So I believe there's no friend in our professional life. I also believe there's no friend in our personal life. And I also believe there's no friend nomenclature does ever existed in our lives, and it will never exist in anyone's life ever. Did you like this sentence, Mr. Latif? Yeah,
Yes.
I just made it up. I just made it up because I just figured it out. People feel better when we made some story up. So I just made it up because my next pathway is engaging humor. And here is distinguished Toastmasters Ala bin Hamid looking at me. And I just heard Mr. Sarfaraz's speech and Mr. Asghar's sense of humor, and I kept laughing. And I thought I need to do something with my topic interestingly and in an intriguing way to tell so that people can get ostentiously attracted. The way you people gave me the red carpet today, this guy, Mr. Latif, I would like to tell you, he has become just my friend when I joined this meeting. And he said, I'll call you. And he didn't call me till last minute. You know why? I'll tell you now why. Because he wanted me to be online till last minute. Can I say him as my friend? And then you ask Mr. Latif, who is friend? So I have just given you one example of friends in front of you, Mr. Latif. So during all that time, when I got a strong reference from America, do you know America is something, Mr. Latif, and still you didn't call me. And at the last minute, you know what did you do? You dropped a message to Mr. Irfan Faruqi and you asked him to come so that I shouldn't get any number. And still you believe I should believe in friends? Over to you, Mr. Latif.
Thank you. Just a reality check. Look at the agenda. She is the table topic evaluator. That's why she was the last. I'm sorry. Let's move ahead. And I have one topic and one participant who hasn't invited. So what to say? Shall we invite Toastmaster Silla?
You need our permission.
Okay, we'll need a permission from who? Vice President Education.
No, Toastmaster.
Ase. Okay. Let's not waste time, and I'll invite Toastmaster Silla. Uh, oh God, Latif.
So I don't have any choice. Whatever number is left, that is mine.
Yes, that number is for you, but you have to share your story, not the number story. Okay, over to you. 1 second. Number
I
6.
didn't.
Yeah. Oh, love and heartbreak. How does heartbreak secretly makes us wiser? How does heartbreak secretly make us wiser? Over to you.
धोखा ऐसे ही नहीं मिलता, भला करना पड़ता है किसी का. So when you do something good, you will get the heartbreak. So that is always I heard. भला करना पड़ता है किसी का, धोखा ऐसे नहीं मिलता. And one more quotation by Hazrat Ali. It is in Urdu like अगर किसी पे एहसान करो तो उसके शर से बचो. So I just kept on, searching that if I do something good with anyone, how come it is possible that I have to keep away from that person, backstab? So that is why, I learned a lot. I've got a lot of heartbreaks, not in terms of, all these uh, so-called loves. The love is, people say that uh, his marriage was a love marriage and now got a divorce. I say that love is always remain. It was infatuation. If the infatuation is what you suddenly fall in love and you start liking and it decreases, but love always remains. The love is so rare, and that is so rare to find out in this materialistic life, in this materialistic world. So, of course, it makes you wiser by having all those, the bruises, the wounds. It makes you more powerful because you learn to live with that. Not only live with that, you learn to make them heal, and you become so healed. When you become healed, you become so powerful. You become so unique, so powerful, and people will find out something uniqueness in you. But because of that, of the heartbreaks, have faced. And one more share I have remembered. Uh, Kagan. It was like uh, Nikla Jo, something like that. I mean, it was really a very good share which is set into that. But you remember, you become wiser when you get the heartbreak. So never ever feel, bad in heartbreaks. Whenever this comes, remember that you are going to be wiser. You are going to be successful. You are going to be more powerful, and never ever, stop by all that thing. So that is what I believe in it. Over to you, Toastmaster Rati. I cannot see the window, so I thought that the timer window was not there, so I
You
didn't.
have made it up. You have made it up. Thank you. I, with all that gratitude from Toastmasters, the ExCom, the president, everyone who has just helped me complete my 10 contestants or 10 table topic speakers. It was good. It was amazing. And I really loved it, your participation. One just final thought why I selected those topics, because I am selecting my topic for the international speech. So I thought I will get some ideas. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
So we see now. We were helping you prepare for your contest next
You
next year.
help
If we
yourself also, Fahim. Help
if
yourself also.
Okay.
if any of us lose to Latif in club or area level, we know who to blame. Ourselves only.
Not at District 104. Don't worry.
No, actually, we will simply file a complaint and get him out of the way. Originality complaint. Right? So,
Let's preempt that now.
all right. Sorry for the interruption. I'm floating the poll for best table topic speaker. Despite the claim that the timer was not visible, everyone qualified, including Sila. So please vote for your three favorite speakers, not one. All right, in order for us to get a result. That's my request. And over to you, Toastmaster Sid.
लतीफ़ मंसूर अली आपके लिए एक और एडवाइस भी है। मतलब आप यहाँ से सीख रहे थे इन टॉपिक से, आपने सिला को जो टॉपिक दिया, सिला ने आपको ये कहा कि जब दिल टूटता है तो आदमी वाइजर होता है। तो दिल ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा तब टूटेगा जब आप ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा दिल लगाएँगे। तो आप कल से इस मिशन पे शुरू हो जाएँ, दिल लगाने के मिशन पे, ताकि बार-बार टूटे और आप वाइजर होते चले जाएँ।
5 दफा हार चुका हूँ कंटेस्ट। अभी अगले साल छठी दफा।
दिल लगाने की बात हो रही है, कॉन्टेस्ट की बात
अरे सर,
नहीं हो रही।
दिल टूटने से वाइज होते हैं। सॉरी।
दिल तो लग जाता है, किसी भी चीज पे लगा ले।
आज इनकी मिसेज नहीं है ना ऑनलाइन बैठी हुई, इसलिए ये बड़े मजे से ये बातें कर रहे हैं।
अच्छा, okay, Ritesh. Thank you so much with that on a lighter note. But this is what the reality we have learned a lot. And on this auspicious day, I would like to say thanks to the table topic master for putting interesting, engaging topics in an amazing way. That was an incredible way. We all loved it. You surprised with the impromptu topic. You surprised with the surprise topic. है जुर्म अगर वतन की मट्टी से मोहब्बत, है जुर्म अगर वतन की मट्टी से मोहब्बत, ये जुर्म सदा मेरे हिसाबों में रहेगा. If loving my homeland is a crime, it will always remain in my account. With that note, on this birthday and on day of the birthday of my dear homeland, I would like to give charge to the another segment, the journal evaluator. We'll move to the journal evaluator. Our journal evaluator is having a profound knowledge, and he's a esteemed Toastmaster and soon going to be DTM for sure with his wise and persistent efforts. He's consistent and he's diligent. So we would like to invite Toastmaster Muhammad Azhar. Please put your hands together for him. Our general evaluator, Toastmaster Muhammad Azhar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Salah Hamid. Thank you very much. And now we are on our third and final session, which is the evaluation session. We said what we were supposed to say. Now we are going to evaluate what we said during our speeches and table topic. Our first speaker was $20 and a River, a title of the speech delivered by DTM Sarfaraz Nazir. The speech will be evaluated by our president, Toastmaster Vase. Toastmaster Vase, over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator. DTM Sarfraz Nazir today gave us another blockbuster speech. Regardless of saying that we already expected him that to happen when we saw his name in the agenda. Coming to his speech, he started his speech by explaining the geography of that country where he was born. And somehow it mm, miraculously connected with all of us because we belong to the same country. He explained about the rivers of the Punjab, the river Indus. He talks about the south of the country and the north of the country. And surprisingly, not surprisingly, we all connected with that. So a great opening that connected with the audience. Second thing which I liked about his speech was, which usually I point out in many speeches that people miss out, is that how he summed up his speech. He took his speech to exact point where he started. He started his speech and he told us about his entire journey and he brought us back to that $20 note. His river turned into ocean, his financial independence from where he exactly started. Third thing was I like about his speech was how he used the phrases. The phrases, for example, walking places. And now, when we think about walking places, we think about going to one place and to another. But walking place, by what he meant by walking places was walking on the streets without having any place to go. So that witty humor actually got us hooked because we were curious what it exactly meant. If we didn't knew the context, we would have missed out the speech or its essence. Another thing was that the delivery of his words, every word that he said was quite clear. Now, as it is valuation and feedback, so I have to recommend him to something that he needs to add back to his speech, and that would be that the timeline got mixed up a bit, right? He told us about the president being a president of Karachi Toastmasters club, and then he went back about his semi-finals of international speech contest. So the timeline got mixed up. So next time when he spoke, the timeline must be smooth. Another thing which we can assume is that he must be standing next time and he must be having some more hand gestures and camera angle and other things which we can smoothly add into it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President, for evaluating DTM Sarfraz Nazir. Our second speaker was Toastmaster Zishan Arif. Zishan Arif spoke about motivation, that too through small acts. The speech will be evaluated by DTM Tala. Tala, over to you.
Thank you so much, Journal Evaluator. Motivational strategies. I believe, Toastmaster Zishan, you not only motivated your team, but you succeeded in motivating each and every one of us through your presentation. You had an absorbing start, your clarity, tone, and eye contact all were absolutely perfect. So you had the perfect ingredients to make an impact. And I absolutely love the bit of humor that you added when you said, "You know what happened?" Nothing at all. So that's a rhetoric device, that's a deception, and it was outstandingly used. Um, Interesting ideas about scrapping status update meeting, truly radical thinking. I'll think about implementing that myself. Beautiful ideas about everything being connected to a higher purpose. Uh, just as a piece of humor, when a company cannot motivate its employees through incentives and bonuses and rightful increments, then they use the higher purpose. But of course, your purpose was completely different. And fantastic ideas about motivation. Truly groundbreaking and truly inspirational for all of us. Absolutely loved everything that you conveyed through your speech, and we would walk away with quite a few lessons as a result of the speech. A few improvement areas. First of all, this is my pet peeve. It's like a personal allergy. It has nothing to do with the merits or demerits of a speech, but when you use someone else's quote for as a start of your speech, perhaps that takes a bit of the impact away because it was you who actually conducted that project. So it should have started with you, not with Robin Sharma. You do not owe your life or success to one motivational speaker or one writer. Yes, of course, you owe them a lot of good ideas, but you were the actor. But again, that is something that is just my personal opinion. Uh, Appreciate your humility, though, in being transparent about your inspiration. My second improvement area is that there was a bit of lack of drama. You started with a cheerful, positive tone, and that tone continued throughout. In the time of crisis, especially when you're talking about your triumph in pushing your team from a uh, dead piece of dead wood to actually a motivated and functional team, that transformation did not reflect in your vocal tone. I know it takes some doing. I know it's not easy. It's easier said than done. But a little bit of drama, a little bit of more vocal variety to reflect your triumphs should have been welcome. And you could have started with a one to one dialogue with a team member that reflected their lack of motivation and perhaps ended with something that reflected motivation. Again, just a personal idea. Overall, well done. And over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, DTM Tala, for your evaluation. Now, after the prepared speeches, now we have come to evaluation of the table topic uh, speeches, and the table topic speeches will be evaluated by TM Sabah Anjum. Toastmaster Sabah, over to you.
Hello, thank you. So you people can hear me, right? Hello.
Yes, we can
Yes,
hear
Yes,
we
you.
of
can
course.
hear you.
Okay. So let's start from Toastmaster Fahim. As usual, very calm and composed, right? We all love his style when he speaks. He has such a clarity, and he had a clarity today also in his table topic speech. So the only request I would like to have from Fahim is please keep attending the meeting. We would love to see always speaking again and again. This is the only requirement everyone has, I know, from Toastmaster Fahim. So next is Mr. Talha. For Mr. Talha, I have something special to say. Since he knows already that he is quite a remarkable speaker and no one can come up with something area for developments because he is already 6 times DTM. So I have just identified an emoji for him to let him know that what he should have done today with his speech. And this is my ostentatious act. This is a winking eye for Mr. Talha. And with this winking eye, I would like to tell you move your body when you speak on table topic. Don't be so lethargic, sitting at one place and just letting us and impressing us all the time with your English vocabulary and phrases. Okay, now move to Mr. Babar Khan. Mr. Babar Khan had a special privilege today because table topic master himself praised how he handled the topic. That means he definitely had such a capability to actually simplify the complex subjects and complex topics. So please keep capitalizing your potential, keep speaking on table topic, and please volunteer for table topics. And then we can come to Mr. Asghar. Mr. Asghar, oh my God, I should just, I should just um, scratch my head. How you can bring such a great humor? The only thing I can say, please take me as a mentee, as long as I will complete my engaging humor pathway. And today, this time, you have spoken psychologically very strong. So I have heard each and every word of your table topic, and with your humor and with your deep insights on psychological behavior of people, it has given us a very comprehensive a state of mind once you finish your topic. So give a big round of applause for Toastmaster Azhar. And then we are coming to Toastmaster Hiba. And Toastmaster Hiba always impresses with her vocabulary and phrases. I loved the way she used phrases of English. And I will ask Hiba, please keep speaking on table topics. Then there was Mr. Kareem. I saw Toastmaster Kareem very first time, and I saw him very professional and speaking and choosing words very carefully. He knows what he is saying and he knows very truly. He has a compelling style and convincing style, but I want you to do something very different because if you're in Toastmasters, you need to challenge something and you need to challenge with some drama in your speech, and that is very difficult, I know, because once we become so professional in our speaking, it's quite difficult to bring drama, but just bring it. Or maybe you can also challenge yourself with some role play with dialogues so that we can engage in a better way with you. And then there was Toastmaster Wasi Ahmed. Wasi Ahmed, I would like to say, I see something in you, but I don't know what it is. Every time you just give me such hard trouble, man. I don't know how to evaluate you. I will be the last person in the world to evaluate your prepared speech. I'm blessed. It was a table topic. I don't know how to evaluate you. You are very intriguing. Sometimes you are amazing, and sometimes I think there should be something to improve, but I don't know what it is. So after that, we are going to distinguished Toastmaster Infan Faruqi. He has a personality, mashallah, very pleasant personality. Whenever he joins, everyone wants him to speak at least on table topic. If not, just he just creates a very pleasant environment, like sparkling or like flowery, like everywhere there's a fragrance, so we love him to speak, so keep attending meeting. And then Stella Hamid, as usual, I love her, the way she pronounces her words, the way she takes pauses, especially in Urdu as well as in English, and the way she has transformed from KTC in last 6 months. It's incredible for me, and I have endorsed this thing many a times to him. And she always in a self doubt, as if I am flattering her, I'm telling something ostentatiously, but not. Everyone can endorse it. The way she has transformed, especially as a table topic master herself, amazing. So with this, I would like to hand over to General Evaluator Stage back. Bye bye. Signing
Thank
off,
you.
Sabah.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sava, for this comprehensive evaluation. Now, I think it's time to call the roll holder. Do we have grammarian role today?
No, we did not have one. However, we have our listener, Toastmaster Hiba.
Yeah, then I want to invite Toastmaster Heba for his role as a listener to submit his report. Uh, Heba, are you there? Yes.
Okay, fellow Toastmasters, we all know what the listener does. So someone said, this is my pet peeve.
This is my.
Someone
DDM
said
Tala.
this is
DDM Tala.
yes.
DTM Tala.
Okay, someone said cog wheels in a machine. Cogwheels in a machine.
A DTM Sarfaraz, I believe.
No.
Master Zishan?
Yes, Toastmaster Zishan. Okay. Someone said polarized society.
DTM Kareem. Toastmaster Kareem.
Yes, Kareem. Okay. Someone said we don't have pride anymore.
That would
Well,
be
DTM Sarfraz Nazir, but in a different context, maybe. But
Anyways, yes, he was the one who said that. And someone said memory of togetherness.
again, DTM Sarfraz Nazir.
Yes. Whatever you take, whether you take another citizenship or not. Whether you take another citizenship or not.
that would be
Toastmaster
Wasim.
Again,
Azhar.
Kareem.
Azhar. Toastmaster Azhar.
No.
Kareem.
It's Wasik.
No. DTM Tala, what did you say?
Toastmaster
Wasik.
Wasim.
Yes, Vase. Someone said, get people's eyeballs.
Toastmaster Fahim is smiling in his picture. I think he said it.
No.
No, it was
Toastmaster
second
Kareem?
speaker. Second speaker.
Toastmaster Kareem, no.
Zishan?
Toastmaster
Toastmaster
Zishan
No,
Arif.
second. Yeah, the
Zishan.
second speaker.
Zishan Arif, yes. The world rejoiced.
Yes. Toastmaster Kareem.
No.
Yes,
Toastmaster Zishan Arif.
Zishan.
Yes. Okay. Someone said, and never ever underestimate the power of small act.
Yes, Toastmaster Zishan.
Yes. Okay, the second last one, throw in the towel.
My wife.
Toastmaster Lateef, right?
No.
No?
Toastmaster Zishan Arif. And the last one, morale was down to 0. Morale
Zishan
was
Arif.
down to 0.
Toastmaster.
Toastmaster who? Acha, Zishan,
Zishan
yes.
Arif.
Yeah.
Yes. That's it for my part of the report. Thank you.
Well, I think we don't have the R counter, and the timer is almost, issuing
Yeah,
his
yeah.
verdict in
Yeah.
every
You can.
session. So, we would like to. I mean, we are moving towards the end of the session, but before ending the session to the table topic. Sorry, Toastmaster of the day. I would say few words and. Starting from thank all of you for this special meeting on a special occasions. And yeah, go ahead, DTM Sarfraz, if you
Before
want to
you,
say.
before you give your general evaluation meeting, I thought you wanted me to say a few words about this smiley face that I see there, Toastmaster Sabah, table topic response,
Yeah.
because she responded or evaluated or provided feedback for all those tabletop speakers. So someone has to do it for her.
Yeah.
So if it's
Yes.
okay with you.
Go ahead.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yes. Toastmaster
Okay.
Sabah, it's so nice to see that you are working on the engagement or engaging humor. I always tell people when they start Pathways journey to start with presentation mastery, followed by engaging humor instead of taking the dynamic leadership and other paths. You try to make it humorous by saying there's no true friend or something. So I like that idea. Now, you could have also turned it around and said, well, let me tell you what a true friend is or not. A friend who invites you to a fancy restaurant, and as the bill arrives, he gets up and says, oh, excuse me, I have to go to the restroom. And instead, he walks out and never returns. Or if he cannot get up and leave, he says, I'll take care of the bill, and puts his hand in his pocket. It's, oh, I forgot my wallet at home. You go ahead and pay this time. I'll take care of next time. And the next time never happens. So you had some opportunity to do that. Whenever I see you, I always remember Anda. And you know what I'm talking about, your contest speech. You can make that funny because you open with the Anda, you had egg in your hand. So you're sideways. If you are delivering that speech at chartered accountant's place, for example, in the conference room, in front of the table when you're standing in the audience, you're walking sideways, say, I was walking with the Anda. And you show that you're tripping because that was part of your speech. And act like the Anda is fallen. But I think you stood up, you go down where people, the audience can see you. And then slowly peek up with just your eyes are showing above that. And beforehand, place a washcloth, and you pick the washcloth and go down again, like you and act like you're washing your hands, and then you get up and continue your speech. Hey, what a mess or something. So that lightens the mood and gives you an opportunity to add humor. Once again, I'm glad that you have selected engaging humor, and I look forward to hearing some of your speeches with the humor in it. Back to you, General
Thank
Evaluator.
you. Thank you, DTM Safraz Nazir. I should have invited you earlier after the speech, but somehow I forgot it. But my list of appreciation is still going on, and I really surprised to see the people from two different subcontinent and different cities joined together to celebrate this day with us. And I really like the table topic masters. Table the topics were interesting and confusing. But what I liked is that the Toastmaster Latif um, uh, almost dragged everyone, make it a representative, calling everyone to speak in this occasion. I'm really grateful. And I found him sometimes even bold. I think her wife was conspicuous by her absence, and he took full advantage of that. And I fully realize it because had my mother-in-law be a member of KTC, I would have behaved differently. So I fully understand your limitation. But great, I mean, to be with us and talk and keeping everyone in the discussion. Lastly, the evaluation period. I mean, while appreciating the evaluators, I must mention Toastmasters Sabah. Although DTM Sarfaraz Nazir rubbed some phrases I reserved for her. By the way, he is increasingly becoming DTM Thala for me nowadays. But DTM Sabah, let me phrase you the way I thought she would. I thought DTM Sabah would run away because it is not a small feast to evaluate almost 10 member and being so put so much efforts in it, but you defeated my expectation and stayed there. Now I realize that why DTM Thala bulldozed my request being a table topic evaluator earlier in the day. And believe me, Toastmaster Sabah, I also saw something in you, and I know what it is. I'm fully aware what it is. And the thing is, you are going to be a DTM before me. With this, I would like to thank all of you and thank you being patient with me. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohammad Asghar, for a wonderful, hilarious, and full of exciting things, full of amazing and full of beautiful The way you speak, that makes everyone smile, and I laugh out loud. Believe me or not. So, as we conclude today's meeting, let us have the courage to say, remember the theme. Let us have the courage to say, I, when we need to take responsibility, and the wisdom to say, we, when we need to stand together. Because I can make a difference, you can make a difference, but together we can make a greater difference. So with that, I would like to add one beautiful dua of Ahmad Nadeem Kasmi, as you must know that I cannot resist myself. So that is the dua for my dear homeland, dear motherland. खुदा करे कि मेरी अर्ज़ पाक पर उतरे, खुदा करे कि मेरी अर्ज़ पाक पर उतरे, वो फसले गुल जिसे अंदेशा जवाल ना हो. यहाँ जो फूल खिले वो खिला रहे सदियों, यहाँ जो फूल खिले खिला रहे सदियों, यहाँ खिजा को गुजरने की भी मजाल ना हो. खुदा करे कि मेरे एक भी हम वतन के लिए, खुदा करे कि मेरे एक भी हम वतन के लिए हयात जुर्म ना हो, जिंदगी बबाल ना हो. Live long Pakistan, Pakistan Zindabad. Over to you, President of KTC. Over to you, Toastmaster Wasif.
Thank you, TMOD, for doing a fantastic job as the Toastmaster of the day. Everybody, the poll has been floated. Kindly vote so we can have enough votes and we can get the result as we will end the meeting in the meantime. Okay, let's go to our guest first. Babar Khan, Toastmaster Babar Khan, how was your experience of this meeting?
Thank you, Vase, TM Vase. Yeah, it was a really amazing session today. I love the panel discussion. And after listening every panelist, it is really good to know that we are not in an identity crisis. And after that, I really enjoyed the Mr. TM Latif table topics, and he makes sure that everyone participate and really enjoyed the evaluation as well. So yeah, that was a really great session today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Babar Khan. What I liked about today's meeting was during this panel discussion that we realized one thing, that we have different point of views, but one thing that we all can agree upon is that our patriotism cannot be questioned. That's all. We all have a different point of views that comes back from different contexts or our upbringings or our experience, but somewhere we like to identify ourselves as Pakistani, as proud Pakistanis. Another thing I would like to say to, especially to overseas Pakistani, although it's just a finance person thing, but if someone questions your Pakistaniyat, you can always show the remittance number in Pakistan's budget every year and compare it to the Pakistan's export, and you will realize who is more Pakistan. Another thing, before we move to the results, is next week, inshallah, we will be going to have a speakathon. Right? We have members who have given their names, and hopefully they are going to show up and give their speeches. We already have around 7 to 8 speakers coming in. One thing I want to point out to every speaker that's going to come in, that there will be a critic choice awards or critic choice award would be a good thing to say than critic choice evaluation. What that means is that one of the seasoned Toastmaster is going to be given the ballot and he is going to mark your speech according to the international speech contest ballots. So that gives you an opportunity to test your speeches for the contest, for the international speech contest that eventually we are going to have in our clubs and all over the district. So that's a great opportunity. Please utilize that opportunity to the best. I wrote a thing also that when you show up to the meeting, the critique will see something in you and you will know whatever it is. Now, if we are ready with the results, DTM Tada.
So, in deference to DTM Surpris's request, can we declare both the prepared speakers as joint winners?
Sure, if we didn't get that.
All right. For the other awards, Best Table Topics was a hotly contested one. But uh, it pains me once again to announce that somehow Toastmaster Asgar is the winner. So, congratulations. This was the most competitive table topic session I have ever witnessed in terms of the number and quality of the speeches. So, uh, congratulations. Uh, Best evaluator was won by myself. Congratulations to me. Thank you, KTC, for voting for me. And best major role player today goes to someone who had the most negative influence on the meeting. Because thanks to that person, we are half an hour over time. Can you guess who that is?
Latif
Our
Mansoor
table
Ali.
TM
topics
Latif.
master,
TM Latif.
Toastmaster Latif Mansoor Ali.
Latif.
So a bad message for our children and future generations, but nevertheless, you voted for it. So, jokes apart, well deserved, Toastmaster Latif. Your topics were absolutely amazing, and you conducted the session phenomenally well. So much so that I didn't want it to end. So, with that, over to you, Mr. President, once again.
And of course, the best facilitator award goes to the listener because by default we only
Yeah,
had this listener.
yeah. For
Another
the act
thing,
of taking up the role, she deserves this award. Yeah.
another thing we could learn from TM Latif was doing the right thing even if you have to break certain rules. We can learn from that. Okay, we can work out with that. So everybody, looking forward to see you at this speakerthon on 19th. Hope to see you there, and thank you for joining us today. Hope to see you soon. Thank you. With that.